Sunday, or happy day if you're going by that lately. My time management is worse online than normally, so we're just going to get right into this. I miss you all. Hope you're doing well. As usual, I'm just going to hang out on my mat, and if you want to join me, join me. So we'll start seated, sort of towards the back of your mat. If you can be on your heels, on your shins, if you need a pillow or a block underneath you, that'll work. Just get comfy. Root down through the sitting bones, lift up through your heart, and close your eyes. Draw a deep breath in and out. And then one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And immediately notice the heartbeat, the rate of the heart. And underneath the other hand, if whatever is going on in your belly and your gut. And then notice your breath, breathing in and out, the depth, the speed, where it's going in your body. As you move back to your hands, if there's any change in the heart, if there's any change in the gut, if the breath itself has changed at all, if your physical self has changed, maybe relax a little bit. And as we usually do, we keep coming back throughout our practice to the breath, but I invite you to keep coming back to the heart and the gut. The heart brain, the gut brain. Other spaces of the body that give you information. Other spaces of the body that are important to connect to. And just to be the observer of, to get to know them. Nothing else. 3 more breaths. If there's an intention that you would like to set, dedication and energy, a feeling you need to feel, just acknowledge, just send it out. And from here, we're just going to move into child's pose. So whatever you have behind you, take your knees a little bit wider and extend your arms out and just stretch like maybe you just woke up in the morning. Wiggle yourself out some, move your hips, move your head. Find child's pose. And I forgot to turn my phone to silent, so hold on a second. And then pull your hips back, like they're going towards the back of the mat. And then walk your hands forward a little bit more, one at a time, so you can start to feel stretch through the arms, through the armpits, through the side body. Just stay there for a couple of rounds, breathing in. Now you can really feel your breath move into your back, or try to find your breath moving into your back. Feel your back ribs open. One more. And then pulling your hips to the right, walk your hands over to the left, stretch through your side body. Might even take your left hand around your right wrist and just feel like you're pulling out as your hips sink back a little bit deeper to the right. And all the breath fills up your right side, your right armpit, your right rib cage, your right low back. Then walk through the center, take it over to the other side. So it's enough to just stretch the hands over, but a little bit more, you grab the wrist, you feel like you're pulling out, and then you sink your hips back and down. It adds a little bit of extra. You breathe in, you breathe out. You allow this time for yourself. We begin to clear the chatter that is our thoughts and our life right now. And then come back to center. All right, from here, come into cat. Have your knees a bit wider, and then move your hips down, open up into some sort of cobra. Lift your head, right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Roll the chin down to the chest, left ear, left shoulder, chin down to the chest, right ear, right shoulder, chin down to the chest, pause. You can have a little bit of a bend in your elbow. Hug your navel in, and then from your hips, pull yourself back to cat. Tuck your toes and think of like this wide leg child's pose. So your feet are even wide. And then again, roll forward, looking at your belly button as you roll forward. Pelvis moves forward and down. Squeeze shoulder blades, lift heart, lift gaze. One more time, exhale from your belly. Pull yourself back, hips pull to the heels. And then last time, coming forward, let your pelvis move forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your heart. And then from here, as you pull your hips up, find all 10 fingers, 10 knuckles, hug your navel in, and pull yourself into this really wide down dog. So now your hands could even be as wide as your mat, your feet are as wide as your mat, and let your body weight move from left to right, right to left. Maybe your dog's a little bit shorter than usual. Cool. And breathe. Bend your knees a lot and see if you can pull your hips back, 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 like they're going towards the back of your mat and up towards the ceiling behind it. And the knees can stay bent, but you could start to straighten out your legs some or a lot. Maybe you melt your heart. And then we're just going to pull ourselves back to all fours, guys. So hug your navel in, shoulders over the wrist, drop the knees down. So now you can bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees a little bit closer. Hug the belly in, lift the whole right shin. So meaning from your right knee to your right toenails are off the mat, not high. And not so much that you lean to the left, so you're right there in the center. And just feel the work through your belly when you're doing that. Just circles down. Take your knee out to the right and then back and around. And it's okay if you do move to the left. It's okay if your left elbow bends. Don't think too much about it. Just breathe. And then see if you can add a little bit of muscle to it. Can you squeeze your glute to lift the leg? Can you engage your right obliques to lift the leg? Reverse the direction. right knee all the way off to the outside of the left calf. Pull your butt back. So you're sort of at a diagonal. Pull your butt back. Maybe even walk your left hand over to meet your right hand a little bit more. And breathe. So your left knee came off the mat. You're not confined to the mat. And if you can't go that low because your knees are bothering you today, then don't go that low. Head, neck, shoulders soften. Just breathe. Pull yourself back to center, and then just switch. Shoulders over wrist, hug belly in. Just hover the shin for a moment. Get that feeling. Without leaning to the right, can you hover the shin so you're pulling the hip up into the socket using your low belly. Then circles. Biggest circles you can get. Starting to wake up the hip joint. And you find your glute. Can you squeeze your butt to help move the leg? Your obliques, the side of your body there, the left side body. Activate those muscles. And then this left leg over to the right. Pull your hips back. Maybe your right hand walks towards the left. Oh, breathe. And we come back to center. Unwind. All right, down dog. Wiggle it out a little bit more. Find more of a dog that you're going to go through most of your practice with, so the feet could be a little bit closer if that feels good. Front ribs are in, knees can be a little bit bent, pulling your hips back, find your fingers. Right leg to the sky, toes point to the floor, so squeeze the back of the leg to lift it up. Pull the front ribs in at the same time. And then we're just going to get that foot all the way between the hands. Knee to your nose, step the foot forward. Soften the back knee down, let your hips move left, move right. And then straighten out your right leg as much as you can. Grab your blocks if you need them, want them. Books, whatever you have. Weights work. Lengthen, tail goes back, heart goes forward. So actually trying to pull your bottom back in space and actually trying to reach your heart forward in space. Getting longer as you then fold into it. Bending back into the right knee. We'll lift the left knee, pull your right hip back, pull your low belly in, and it's the rib cage that twists to the sky. Move your head around, left ear to the shoulder. The arm can go wherever it wants to go. Your back leg, your left leg is strong. And then we're going to just soften the left knee down and sweep your right leg back. And here's another great place for a block. Right arm comes up and over. If you can, bring your right hand to support the left side of your head. And now like a hammock, use your head to just hang out. It's intense through the right side if you're tight, but let your head be heavy. And breathe into the right side body. Maybe even spin your heart up to the sky a little bit as you do that. Try not to collapse into your left shoulder, lifted. And then squeezing, using your right side body, those right obliques pull you up and arc over. Hands come down to the ground. Tuck your right toes. And now you've got that lift again of the left shin. So just hold it, pull the belly in. So without really moving any other part of your body, can you get your left knee to pull towards your left elbow? Maybe it touches. And then come back to that center space of hovering. And then over towards the right elbow. Oh, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And back to the hover. And over to the left elbow, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Also, your heel is pulling up to your butt. And back to center. And then over to the right elbow, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And back to center. One more, should we? Oh, sure. And back to center. Last one, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And back to center, hold, plank. Now I've sunk everything. So push the ground away, breathe into a strong plank. Heels back, heart forward. How's the heart? How's the belly? What's it telling you? Exhale, belly, chest to the mat, same time. Wiggle it out. Bring your hands a little bit lower than the ribs. Use your hands to get up a little bit higher, so it's like we're just gonna see how high we can get. And then try to stay with some height. Find the toenails, pull the low belly in, wrap the elbows back. Breathe. Use the pinch of the elbows, the squeeze of the shoulder blades, the push of the feet, the quads, the belly to all get you lifted. Then lower. Push back all fours, tuck your toes, child's pose. Down dog. Find your breath again. Left leg straight back, so the back of the leg, squeeze your butt, your hamstring to push through space. And then the front of the body supports that, so pull the belly in, the front ribs in. Just going for it. It's helpful to do two things, to lift your back heel and to come to your fingertips to give you more space. So knee to nose, step the foot forward, or use blocks. Back knee down, just let your hips move from left to right. Straighten out the left leg. Lift your heart, tail goes back, heart goes forward. Maybe bend elbows, breathe. Bend back into the left knee. Lift up your right knee. Left hip pulls back, so the revolution here is through the rib cage, hugging the navel in, left arm to sky. Maybe move through your head again. Back leg is strong. Arm can move. You breathe. Check in with your breath, check in with your heart, check in with your belly, check in with yourself. As we lower this, you're going to lower the right knee down, spinning the toes kind of off the mat. Left leg comes around. Up and over you go. And again, if you want to block, leg blocks. Now treat it like a hammock. Let your head pull your hand down. Breathe into your left side body, left ribs, left tricep. All the tight spots. And then using your left side body to pull you up, squeeze, 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 and over. So right hip to right armpit to right fingers, up, 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 and then over. Then we'll circle this back down to the ground. Tuck your left toes, hover your right shin. Breathe. Can you exhale, bring it to your right elbow. Heel up towards your butt. Hover. Left elbow. Hover. Right elbow. Hover. Left elbow. Hover. Right elbow. Hover. Left elbow. Hover. Plank. Inhale. Push the ground away. Find it. Strong. Exhale, belly, chest to the mat, same time. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Big wide child pose here. So pull your knees back to the edges of the mat. Pull your hips back, let your head go. And then bringing your hands forward, tuck your toes. And now can you even bring your toes off your mat and lift up your hips? So your feet are off your mat and you're in this wider leg forward fold. Kind of like a big down dog. And then start to walk your hands back, back, back. So now it's just a wide leg forward fold. Wiggle your hips, let your head go. You can even interlace your hands behind your back. Just breathe. Relax your toes. Bringing your hands down, heels in, toes out, bend into the right knee, left toes point up to the sky, Skandasana. Bend into your left knee, right toes to the sky. So we're gonna go one time again, and this could be it. But if you're able to, as you bend into your right knee, can you pull your butt all the way down to the ground? Be careful that your knee's not swaying in. And then if you can do that, you might need to bring your left hand behind your left hip and just really open up your chest. Going this far is not necessary, right? The other place is great. And then maybe we can really lift our hearts and give a bit of a twist. And then use the power of your legs to lift you out of it. And then try the other side. So here is great. Here is wonderful. But if you can, if your body's like, yes, if you listen to your body and it agrees with you, then you can go deeper and lift your heart and open up and breathe. And then using your legs, your core, squeeze your butt, lift you. Exhale, fold. Wiggle it out. Whew. Okay. Now for those of us who have the flexibility, I told you we're just going right into it today. If you have the flexibility, can you bring your elbows down here? Or here? Or here? Or here? Forearm plank is wonders, okay? And I'm going to just turn my body around. So we're here with our elbows down. And that can be it, always, right? That's enough. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you can lift your tippy toes. And breathe and not collapse your shoulders. And that's enough. It's a lot through your shoulders if you're not collapsing. Hold and breathe. How high through your tippy toes can you get? And lift your butt up and back, up and back, up and back. 3 breaths, guys. No matter where you are. It's forearm plank, right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Everybody meets in child's pose. Hands by your ankles. One breath in. Big breath out. Bigger breath in. Bigger breath out. Down dog. Right leg rises straight back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Exhale. Hug it in. Inhale back to the sky. Hover right shin underneath your belly. Open to the left. Drop the shin down. Side plank modified. Open. Left arm over the ear. Gate pose. Squeeze the left side body all the way up and over. Stretch. Both hands come to the ground. Tuck your left toes. Right leg to the sky. This time bend the knee. Open up your hip. Breathe. If you're letting your left shoulder collapse a little bit, know that that's on purpose if you're doing it. Exhale. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Squeeze the inner thighs. Rise up. Hands to the sky. That is low lunge. Still. Take a moment. Heart, breath, belly, we're all connected. Hands come down. Tuck your back toes, straighten out both legs. Let your head just go. In and out of the front leg a couple times. Breathe. Bending into the right knee. Now your twist, right hand to the sky. Open heart, open heart, open heart. Exhale, top of your mat, forward fold. Both knees bend, let your head go. Wiggle it out. Half lift, inhale, squeeze your glutes, reach your heart forward, pull your front ribs in. Exhale, fold, let your head go. Reach to the sky all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace the fingers. So as your tail gets heavier, try to pull your low belly up and in, and then can you squeeze your shoulder blades and move your fist away from you. Lift your sternum to the sky, heart to the sky, heart to the sky, breathe. And then leading with your heart, dive down into a fold. Bend your knees a lot, let your head go, turn it left, turn it right. Hands come down, step your right foot back to lunge, look forward, inhale. Left foot down dog, exhale. Heels lift, now like a big wave, lift your belly button, roll forward to plank, inhale. Now, heels press back, heart reaches forward, exhale, belly chest to the mat, same time. Shoulders roll back. It can be little, it can get bigger. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, even up dog if you're ready, but still use your toes. Lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Breath. Left leg to the sky, straight back, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Take it back, inhale. To your hover right underneath the belly. Open it up. Now you're opening side plank modified to the right. Stretch and breathe. Gate pose, pull yourself up and over. Hands come down to the ground, tuck your right toes. Left leg hovers, then all the way back, bend the knee, open up your hip. Breathe. So that left kneecap lifting you to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. Back knee down, squeeze the inner thighs, rise up. Just stay. Hands come down, two straight legs. Pull back, let your head go. In and out of the left leg a couple times. And if you don't want to move in and out of it, just stay still. Bend into your left knee, take your left hand to the sky, big open twist, open heart, open heart, open heart. Exhale to the top of the mat, forward fold, knees bend, let your head go. Half rise, inhale. Just fold, exhale. To the sky, use your muscles to get you there. Lift, inhale. Interlace hands behind the back, switch the grip, exhale. Stay for the inhale to poof your heart up to the sky to lift you higher, and then as you exhale, dive down, let your head go. Let go. Hands come down to the ground, left foot steps back. Right foot down dog. Heels lift. Roll forward plank, inhale. You can go halfway into chaturanga, you can keep hitting the mat, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath in, one breath out. One breath in, one breath out. And inhale, exhale. Do it again, guys. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. To the sky. If you're hopping today, add a hop. Shin under you. Open to the left, inhale, modified side plank. Gate pose, squeeze through the side body. It's going to change here. Right hand comes back down to the ground. Lift your left leg. Bring the left arm over the ear, then see if you can circle back, maybe catch the big toe edge of the foot. Kick the foot back, but feel like you're still trying to lift your heart up to the sky, up to the sky. Maybe your head goes. Let that left foot fall behind you. Open up to this baby back bend. Circle it back down. Again, you're tucking your left toes, hovering that right knee all the way back, bend the knee, open up your hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, low lunge, arms up. Exhale, two straight legs, pull back. Inhale to your twist, open heart. Exhale to the top of the mat, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. To the sky, rise, inhale. Catch with the hands and dive, exhale. Stay, breath in. Breath out. Chair pose. Go low, hands maybe at heart. Pull your hips back and down. Squeeze your butt and feel like your heels are pushing to the edges. So your heels are trying to push out and connect, come all the way to your glutes. And then pull your low belly in and your front ribs in and start to lift up your heart. Breathe. Soft shoulders. Find your breath. Feel your heart. Listen to your body. Press through the right leg. Bring your left leg up with. So maybe you're on the inside of the left leg. Maybe you can grab your big toe. Maybe it's a good bend in the knee. That's fine. But lift the heart, drop the shoulder. Breathe. And start to move the leg out to the left, but keep lifting out of your right hip as you do so. Bring the leg back to center. Hug the belly in, float the arms up, leg is still there. And if it's bent, cool. You can straighten it out now. Are you leaning back? Come forward. Try to draw the front ribs in like you're doing a crunch here. Bend the knee, bend the right knee. Step it way back, crescent, hands high, heart high. Interlace the hands behind the back. Open up your chest, humble crescent to the inside of that right knee. Your left heel still lifted unless it can't be. So we're going to come into reverse warrior. You ready? Inhale, start to rise up. Drop your left heel. Left hand goes all the way back. Right arm up and over. Side angle. Pull your hips towards the back of the mat. So that right side body nice and long. Sinking. Hips go down. Heart goes up. Left hand to the outside of your right ear. See if you can kind of have that hammocky thing. Pulling your head. And then imagine your torso moving back in space. Like if there was a wall a foot behind you and you're trying to lean your shoulders back into that wall. And use your right arm to push to the inside of the right leg. Breathe. Carry it down to the ground. Left hand to the inside, right hand to the sky. We've done a million modifieds. You can stay modified or you can step it back, full side plank. Lift. Breathe. If your wrist is bothering you at all, push through the heels, lift up through the hips. Just stay and breathe here. Bring the right hand down. Woo. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga or all the way down to the mat. Shoulders roll back. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Stay and breathe. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Let's do it again, guys. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Knee to nose. Exhale. Back to the sky. Inhale. If you're adding a hop, here's a great opportunity for it. Exhale. We hover the shin. Now we open to the right. Modified side plank to the right. Gate pose. Squeeze your right side body up and over. This is where we added in the change. We as a group effort. I could tell you wanted to change it up. Okay, left hand down, and then right leg's lifting. Can you circle it back, catch the big toe edge, and just push back. So you're trying to lift away from the ground, spin your heart to the sky, kick the foot back, breathe. Breathe. Foot can release, take a little bit of a back bend. Whew. Hand comes down, right toes tuck, hover that left knee. So find your core first. All the way up and back, bend the knee, open up your hip. Knee to your nose, step it forward, exhale. Back knee down, arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, pull the hips back. Twist, bend into the left knee, left hand to the sky. Top of your mat, forward fold, all the breath out. Just be there. One more inhale. Exhale. Right to chair. Sink your hips. Pull back. Take your time. Rushing, rushing, rushing. All we have right now. Even if your daily life is busy, we are here. We have time. We have time to check in. We have time to be aware of ourselves, our gut, our heart, our breath, our brain, our body. Keep the left leg where it is, lift the right leg up. Just find focus again, find breath. So it can be inside of the right leg. And this could be it. Maybe you're like, I'm gonna straighten you out. Or you grab your big toe, and that's fine too. Whew. Someday my hamstring will bite back to normal. I'm hoping. Off to the right with the leg. Take the weight out of that left hip, so you're just not dumping, right? Heart's high, breath is there. Pull yourself back, squeezing inner thighs. Keep the knee bent or straighten it. Arms up. Again, it's like you're doing a crunch. You pull the front ribs towards the hips, hip bones towards the rib bones. And then at the same time, try to lift your sternum, lengthen your tail, lift up your arms. Bend the left or right knee and the left knee. And then just send it back, 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 back until we made it to our crescent. Inhale up. Exhale, catch hands, humble crescent. Let your head go. Can you take your gaze back towards beyond your foot? And then while you're doing that, check that your back heel is directly over the ball of the foot, not leaning in or out. You ready? Let's use this inhale to reverse our warrior. So pull the belly in. Inhale, arms up, drop the back foot. All the way up, all the way back. Exhale, side angle. Again, you could try to do a little bit of a hammock. And then your whole torso leans back, 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 and spins up to the sky. It's a lot to breathe into. Use your muscles to support you. Use your breath to create ease. Let the hand, I'm going to reverse it one more time. I don't know if I did on the other side. Let the hand come down, right hand on the inside. So modify if you like, or stack. Strong, lift, breathe. All the muscles helping to lift you, lift you, lift you. Even the reach of the left fingers. Control it, hand down, exhale to the mat, halfway, whatever your thing is. Mine isn't great here. I'm just gonna meet you. I'll meet you in down dog. Whoo, down dog. One breath in, one breath out. I'm gonna check to see you're still there. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, you ready? Right leg to the sky. Knee to your nose. Back to the sky, maybe hop. Knee to your nose. All the way at the back, bend the knee, open hip. Do you want to flip your dog? So if you're doing it, can we lift up first, and then slowly, slowly, slowly flip it up and over. We're going right to our lunge, our high lunge. Hand comes down, check your belly, pull it in. Right foot forward. Inhale, crescent rise. Exhale, humble crescent, hands behind. Let your heart lead you. Stay for a breath. Inhale, drop the back heel, reverse your warrior all the way up, all the way back. Exhale, side angle, hips get heavy. Stretch it over, maybe hand comes for a visit. Straighten your right leg, spin your toes in, and lift up your heart. Oh, just breathe. Goddess pose, heels in, sink your hips. Sway it side to side. Arms come up. Right arm under, left arm over. Lift the elbows high. Think of a back bend. And then as you straighten your legs, spin your toes in. Lead through your elbows, your forearms all the way down to the ground. Whew. Can you now think of space in your back, your shoulder blades, your neck area? And then sweep the ground. Unravel this, right hand underneath your nose, left hand to your hip. Get long first. Hug your low belly in and then twist the ribs, twist the ribs, twist the ribs. Maybe your left arm reaches to the sky. And then have your left hand come under, thread the needle towards your right foot, walk your right hand out and away. And then pulling your hips to the left, just bend your left elbow, look underneath yourself. Think of the the big down dog. Both hands come forward, hips pull back. Let your head just go. Breathe. And then just walk to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. Whew. Exhale, step it back, down dog. Inhale, plank, strong. Soften your knees. All right. Hips stay over the knees, toes are untucked. As long as they're active, it doesn't matter. So remember with puppy dog, if it hurts your back, then instead of starting from this cow where you're really lifting your sitting bones, think of keeping your abs engaged. And it's going to be more through the upper body. So either one, walk your hands out as your hips are pointing up and back. And the arms are always strong. So at any point you can push into the mat and lift your chest. And imagine that your hands are trying to break the middle of your mat, rip it in half. Keep opening the sitting bones. Keep opening the front body. Keep opening the back body. Keep breathing. Press into the hands, into the elbows. Pull yourself forward onto your belly. We'll build it out. Hands come a little bit lower than the ribs. Press through your toenails, engage your quads with a low belly. Pinch shoulder blades, elbows, lift your chest. Lift your hands, maybe. Wrap. So find a little bit of ease and then reignite. Squeeze, 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 lift and reach. And if you're feeling it, you can also lift your legs. But the inner thigh keeps spinning to the sky. Pull your belly in, breathe. And whatever variation, whatever take you like to do on this, you can do it. You can keep coming back from finding a little bit of ease to then again reignite and lift. And then just let it go. Pick a cheek, close your eyes. Bend your knees, let your legs wiggle side to side. Push up all fours. Pull your hips to one side, walk your hands over to the other side. And then same thing, different side. Down dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Back to the sky. If you're adding a hop, go for it. Can your shoulders come over your wrists? That'll get you to get up. And then in your nose. Take it all the way up and back. This time if you want, lift, 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 lift. Flip your dog. Press down to lift up. Breathe. Okay, you ready? We're going to take it right into that big crescent. So take an inhale. Use your exhale to find your belly. Getting that leg all the way between the hands. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, catch the hands behind you. Humble crescent. Stay for a breath. Let it all go. Inhale is into reverse warrior. Drop that back leg. Use your back leg to get you up and over. Side angle. Straighten your left leg, toes in. Lift your heart. Just be there. Goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Front ribs are pulling in. Take a moment. Hands to heart, hands to belly. Close your eyes even. Create ease. Connection. Just awareness. Be aware of. The observer of. Left arm under, right arm over. Think of a little bit of a lift, a bit of a back bend. At the same time, the shoulder blades are trying to pull down and away from each other. And then use your legs. Toes in, up, 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 up. Exhale down. Let your head go. Now it's like all this space in your shoulder blades and your neck that you're trying to create by making the arms really heavy as you sweep the floor. And then unwind. The left hand underneath you, right hand to your hip. Pull the belly in, twist the ribs, twist the ribs, twist the ribs. If you want, that right arm can go up to the sky. Thread the needle, right hand reaches through towards the left foot. Left hand walks forward. Pull the hips to the right. And then maybe bend that right elbow. Let your head go. Breathe. Both hands come forward. Wide leg splits. For this particular one, try to keep the pinky edges of your feet down. And instead of your toes going out, keep them forward. And see if you can keep creating a lift of your arch. And pull your butt back as far as it can go. Like you might even be able to lift your hands to check in. And then you just keep going until you're like, that's it. You can use your elbows. But especially, of course my mat's wet. Especially if you go as low as you go and you're relying on all the flexibility, then to lift your hands, to remember, like, we gotta be balanced. We gotta use both our muscle and our flexibility, our strength and our ease. So it's a good check-in. Close your eyes, find your breath. Just stay and breathe. And again, check in with the heart, check in with the breath. Anything going on in the gut? Two more. One more. Hug the navel in, bring the hands, and then carefully heel toe the feet in, and a little bit of a loosey-goosey skandasana. Let your head go. Just hang out for a moment. Whew. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, runner's lunge on the inhale. Step it back, down dog, exhale, or however you like to get back. Go through your flow. Down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, drop your knees for a sec. So what we started with was wide leg, forearm, pinch up. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. So that means you might be in forearm plank again. And what you're doing is you're not letting your shoulders collapse, right? You're not like this. You're pushing away. You're really strong. You're keeping the elbows in line. And that's the first step. Once you have the first step, then you can go to the second step. So if that's where you are, or if you start to walk your feet in, but we're going wide today, okay? So your elbows are in line with your wrist. And I'll show from the back side real quick. So it is enough to just hold. It's always enough. It's enough to do whatever it is you can do. Now if you can start, and notice my thumbs have already split next to each other because this is hard. And I think that's okay. So now you've lifted to maybe your tippy toes. Can you pull your belly in and think left heel kicks left butt cheek and down. And right to right and down. And left to left and down. Without this huge, I'm dropping my head to the ground because the shoulders are stable. So if you haven't already started, find the one that works for you. And maybe it's here today. Maybe it's closer, maybe you're on your tippy toes. And then if you're on your tippy toes, can you bring right heel to right cheek and down? Left heel to left cheek, and down. Right heel to right cheek, and down. One more, left heel to left cheek, and down. And then when you are done, child's pose, guys, hands by the ankles. Breathe. Whew. Sit on up. Let's take a camel. Your version of camel. Come to your shins. Tail is heavy. Low belly is strong. Bring your arms up to the sky. Imagine your heart lifting to the sky. Press down through your feet and then just bend your elbows. Your heart keeps lifting, your sternum keeps lifting with your inhale. Your elbows pull back and down as you exhale. Breathe in. And up and back. Maybe the heart lifts high. And you go back a little bit. You can bring your hands to your sacrum. You can bring your hands to your shins. Not your shins, that would be hard. The backs of your knees, your calves, your feet, wherever you go. 4 more breaths. One more. Pull yourself up. Take a seat. Hand to heart, hand to belly. Observer of deepening the connection to. Let it go. And where you are, down dog. Wiggle it out though. Right leg to the sky. Pigeon. Shin comes forward. So any type of number 4 shape that works. You could do double pigeon. You could be on your back. You could be seated in a number 4. Lots of blocks, lots of props. Just spend some time. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Breathe. In this stillness, can you find your breath? And without having to bring your hand to your heart and your belly, can you connect to those areas of your body? Can you clear your mind of everything else? And then rise up. We're going to sweep the left leg forward. So roll to your right hip and get your left leg to come forward to the outside of that right leg. And you might need to straighten your right leg, reset your sitting bones. And if you prefer to keep the right leg bent, that's fine too. Get really, really tall. From hugging your navel in, twist the ribs, twist the ribs, twist the ribs. Can you use your abs to find the twist first without like yanking yourself into it? And then find your twist. Press through the ball of your left big toe. Get as tall as possible. Inhale, lift your heart high. And then even again, lean back a little bit. Move through the head, just some breath. the inside of the leg. Ooh. And then you're just going to come back to down dog. So you could totally like undo everything. But we've got this left leg. So if you wanted to, you could use your bottom leg to help you lift up, hook the arms, and see if you can find a little bit of flight. That was totally uncalled for and totally unnecessary, but it is Sunday or day. So if you wanted to, it's there. It is there. Left leg to the sky. Whew. Half pigeon. Resting pigeon. Scooch it back. Lift your heart. Breathe. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, heart lifts high. Maybe you fold. I did not know how an hour goes so quickly. The heart, the belly, the breath, the body, all here. In this space, all connected. Give them the time, give them the effort. Be the observer. Inhale, rise up. So now we'll lean to the left, and you can use your hand to help. Bring that right leg all the way over. So it might mean you have to scooch a little bit. And the ball of the big toe is down. You've found both sitting bones, really, really tall. And as you hug your navel in, you twist your ribs. Twist your ribs. Use your abs to create the twist. And then the arm can find and kind of just smooth out the edges for you. Lift tall, lean back a little bit, move through your head, breathe. So, since my time management is so terrible, so sorry, when I end, you can end, but please do Shavasana. But now you might be all warmed up to continue to practice the inversions, right? Or to do some really mellow grounding work for a while. Meditation. Open up to the opposite side. So I'm just going to bring my legs forward, but if you have to do that twist on the other side, so now you've got this right side. And the bottom leg is kind of push you there. So I'm going to hook my arm in. And like it's halfway in. And then you could use both arms or not.